Dear students, welcome to my YouTube channel PCM Academy, and let us continue our discussion on vector addition. We have already discussed two laws of vector addition. One is triangle law of vector addition, and the second one is parallelogram law of vector addition. And that two law was addition for two vectors only. We can add two vector geometrically, and we can find out the resultant vector analytically. But that is only for two vector. But if you have more than two vectors, then how can you join them? And that's why we need another law called Polygon Law. Okay, so Polygon Law is nothing but an extension of Triangle Law. So if you have two vector, you know from your Triangle Law that if you have two vector, and that two vector we can place along the two sides of triangle. So if you have two vector something like A and B, so what you have to do, you have to place these two vector along the two sides of a triangle. Suppose this is a vector A and this is a vector B, and we can place these two vector something like this, and we can assume that these two vectors are superimposed on the two sides of a triangle. Now the third side of the triangle from tail end of A to the head end of B, something like this. And if you take the direction of this vector which is superimposed on this third side, that is opposite to A and B, that is in this side, so that will be your vector R. Okay, so this is the resultant vector of A and B, and we have already discussed this thing. So we can write from here that R is equal to A plus B, and keep in mind that the direction of R is opposite to the direction of A and B. So if we take A and B in anti-clockwise direction, then obviously we have to take R as clockwise direction. In this case, the third side of this triangle represent the resultant vector of A and B. But if you have more than two vector, then what you can do? So you can take the polygon which have more than three sides. Okay, so suppose you can see here that if you have two vectors A and B, then we need a polygon which have three sides. So if you have three vector, then to join them geometrically we need a polygon which have four sides. Similarly, if you have four vectors and if you want to join them geometrically, then you need a polygon which have five sides. So we have to always choose a polygon which have a number of sides more than one, the number of vectors we want to join. Okay, so if you have, suppose let us tell you first we have three vector A, B and C. Suppose we have A, B and C. Now what you have to do, you have to take these three vector along the sides of a polygon, and the direction of these three vector will be same, that is in same direction. Suppose we have vector A something like this, then we have vector B something like this, and then we have vector C something like this. So they are in the same direction, you can see. So this is your vector A, this is your vector B, and this is your vector C. Now what will be the resultant vector? That is R, and that will be the resultant of A, B and C, that is A plus B plus C. Now obviously that vector will be in the opposite direction that we have taken A, B and C, and that will be from the tail end of A, that is tail end of the first vector, to the head end of the last vector, this. So this will be your resultant vector R geometrically, and you can prove this easily by using the triangle law repeatedly, because you know, please see, suppose first we want to join A and B, so Obviously we will use triangle law because you have two vectors only, so you need three sides. So this is a vector and this is b vector, so the resultant of a and b will be from the tail end of a to the head end of b, something like this. So this will be just a plus b, that is resultant of a and b. Now if you want to join a plus b and c, then what you have to do, you have to take again the triangle law, that is a plus b is one vector and c is another vector. Now what you have to do, you have to take this this resultant vector from tail end of a plus b to the head end of c. So this is the tail end of a plus b and this is the head end of c. So this r will be the resultant of a plus b and c. So your r will be just a plus b plus c. So this will be your resultant vector. Okay, so this is how you can find out the resultant vector geometrically, any number of vectors. So for triangle law, you can join only two vectors, but by using the polygon law, you can join how many vectors you want to join. So there is no limitation, geometrically at least. But analytically, if you want to find out the resultant, then you have to use the triangle law repeatedly. Okay, so this is how we can understand the polygon law. Okay, and these three laws are very important if you want to join the vectors vectorically, obviously. Now in the next class we will discuss some properties of vector addition. Okay, thank you.